Hi, I'm Bill Donohue, President of the Catholic League. Joining me today, we have Sean Leigh. He's a Policy Analyst at the Catholic League, and the Director of Communications, Mike McDonald. We're going to address the subject which is going to take place this Sunday, the Israel Day Parade. And I'll let it up to you guys to open it up.
Yeah, so Mayor Mamdani has famously said that he's not going to march in the parade bill, and you got a great statement out today that you can find on our website, catholicleague.org. We have a link in the description below. But he made this childish remark, I know I'm not going to the parade, but don't read anything into it that I'm not going to provide any security or the permits for this. You had a couple of good points about that. So
he didn't have any choice. What is he being magnanimous about it? I mean, you're the mayor of New York. You're going to get sued. You're going to lose in court if you don't give the permit. It's a parade that's been there for 61 years, by the way. He's the first mayor of New York in 61 years not to march with Jews. That's because he doesn't like Jews. It's pretty obvious. He says he just doesn't like Zionists. But no, it goes a little bit further than that.
Yeah, but going off of that, I mean, you say it yourself straight up in the piece that you don't think he'd be a good fit to even show up there if he wanted to. I wanted to know how you want to expand on that.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, he has said that Israel has no right to exist as a Jewish state. Mm-hmm. He said it's not a country, it's not a place. What does he think it is, a pool? I mean, this guy has alienated so many Jews. And, the thing is that he knows that he has to give the permit. He knows he has to give the safety. I was at a rally last Tuesday, and there was barricades all over the place. Now, he wouldn't allow a buffer zone outside the schools, and he didn't want one outside of houses of worship. He had to yield at the 11th hour on that. But he had no problem having the cops putting barricades all over. I'm not blaming the NYPD. I'm just trying to show what a phony hypocrite he is. He likes buffer zones when it comes to himself, but not for somebody else. And, yeah, to your point with the Zionists, listen, he's hired all kinds of people in his transition team and his administration who are anti-Zionist. He's not the only one for that matter. And no wonder rabbis have said, listen, we don't want you to march, because you don't belong with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you're right to highlight the sort of phoniness of this, right? He has the security to protect himself. He also ran on defunding the police.
Right.
But he's willing to have them there to protect him. And you said a really good point. I think it kind of gets a little bit lost in everything that's going on in New York these days. But you really said you empathize with these rabbis and saying he shouldn't come to this. And you compared that to the St. Patrick's Day parade and how he turned that into a fiasco.
He did. He didn't march in the St. Patrick's Day parade because gays were not allowed to march under their own banner any more than pro-life people have been. So he changed at the 11th hour. But what happened on March 17th of this year, he had a breakfast event where he took the opportunity not to honor St. Patrick, but to slam Jews. He accused them of genocide. I mean, he's got Jew hatred in his mind, in his head, it's living in his head 24/7. And that's really, I understand why. Listen, he besmirched St. Patrick's Day. Why would any sensible, sentient Jew want to have him march in a parade which is going to celebrate, by the way, Zionism this year? So that's particularly poignant.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'll tell you what, though, fellas, he may feel unwelcome. He won't feel unwelcome for long. The parade is on Sunday, May the 31st. Guess what's the next day is? It marks the beginning of Gay Pride Month. He'll be right at home with those guys. Thank you so much.